What's going on, workforce? We're here, Stormblood's live, and we've actually got a lot of news to talk about. So let's just go ahead and do this thing. So to start, obviously anybody who's been playing early access or even just yesterday has experienced lots of 90K errors. A lot of little issues, networking instances, and things like that. And so the launch has been kind of soured by that fact. And we learned today, at least Square Enix is reporting, that a lot of the network issues that we've experienced over this early access weekend and even yesterday have actually been the result of a DDoS attack. So if you don't know what a DDoS attack is, it's essentially where you set several computers. You've got all these little kind of, I would call them drones, but whether they're affected with your viruses or however you've gone about and done it, you've been able to go and just kind of really just slam the servers with a ton of traffic. And it's not legitimate traffic. It's not anything that really is, well, it could be trying to get something, but Square Enix is reporting that our information is safe. They have not been compromised whatsoever, but it just appears that obviously, if this story is true and what Square Enix is reporting, someone's really trying to kind of rain on our fun and rain on the parade of the launch of Stormblood. That's been the biggest complaint. Like everybody's, you had Robon's Wall, you had all these things preventing you. And so maybe some of those, in light with also some bugs, just ended up just stacking on itself. So anyway, they've got this post up on the website right now. You can go check it out, and they kind of give a little bit more information about what's going on, and they're really working hard. But apparently it's also still going on now. This is, if true, just the, come on, guys. We've seen it happen to Xbox. We've seen it happen to PSN. We've seen it happen. It happens out there in the world, and honestly, it just seems like sour grapes. It just seems like somebody is just being a jerk because we're having fun. I don't know. So anyway, I'd love to know your thoughts on this. If you think it's true, and if you're not, I'm inclined to believe them. But at the end of the day, I'd love to know your thoughts, and we can have that conversation as well. But on to some more interesting and exciting news. We've got a couple of posts on the Lodestone, as well as, plus we had maintenance last night that was sent to address several issues. One of the big issues when you're looking at some of the dungeons in Sasano, the trial there, Square Enix with Stormblood implemented the fact that if you could do an emote, whenever you come back out of the content, you'd be doing that emote. So sit, things like that. Apparently, they identified there's a bug with that, and that's what was causing some of these users to kind of get blocked out of the game for a time being. So they put out a post saying, hey, please don't do this. And so as a part of this update, as part of these hot fixes, they've actually rolled back. They've taken that away until they can address the issue that was causing that. So I think that's good, because you're never going to reach everybody with just a simple message of saying, hey, don't sit before you go into your duty. But it is what it is. But they had a lot of little things, a lot of little bugs that they kind of squashed with the various quests. So it's good that they're really kind of looking at this. But hopefully, if you're having some of these issues, we're going to see that those are resolved going forward. Stormblood is getting 2 new campaigns, starting with kind of the Welcome Back campaign. If you're not familiar with the Welcome Back campaign, if you haven't been logged in since January 15th this year through June the 11th, that means you're going to be able to get some kind of rewards. And it looks like they're going to send you some gold chocobo feathers, so that way you can actually be able to pick up a couple of new 260 weapons. So it looks like they're going to give you some gold chocobo feathers so that you can pick up some 260 gear, as well as maybe a 230 weapon. That will help you kind of really jump back into the game. Now, this is important because if you had pretty much cleared up most of the content, those quests are now giving out gear to help players gear up and get ready in for Stormblood. So this just seems like a nice little, hey, welcome back, and you're not going to be so destitute or such a gear disadvantage that everything is really difficult. So anyway, this campaign runs from the 19th, which is already now, to July the 20th. So anyway, if you're watching this and you haven't played for a while and you've been waiting to come back into Stormblood, there's some more incentive for you. And finally, we have more information on the Fly the Falcon mount campaign. And so this is where if you have Stormblood and you purchase subscription time, in this case of 90 days, you're going to be eligible for this mount. This is a big shift from how they've been running their campaigns. That program is essentially complete, and so they're going with these more targeted campaigns. These are veteran rewards, but you're gonna have a period of time that you're gonna be eligible for this, and in this case, this mount. And then they're going to do another campaign and another campaign. And I highly suspect, and this is just my personal theory, we'll see this stuff end up on the Mog Station for an additional fee. But you're subscribed and you're playing the game, might as well take advantage and get them out. So This does not include free playtime. If you got 30 days free as a part of the purchase of the game, that does not apply to it. You still need to subscribe for 90 days. Now this starts on July the 1st and goes from there. So it is important to note that if you're wondering if you have access to it, you can always go to the MOG station, go to your bonuses tab and view your additional items. This will show you if you have it. Now, if you go check that today, not going to show up. You want to check it on the 1st, especially if you already had playtime, like me. Like I'm already subscribed. I've already technically going to be well eligible for this. They do say they are gonna look at your subscription time going into this, and then if there's a delta, meaning if there's a gap, let's say I only had 45 days, well then all I need to do is make sure I get an additional 45 to be able to, achieve this. So anyway, I think it's a really cool looking mount. They're not going to do mounts every time, they said, but if nothing else, mounts are a huge incentive to be able to take part in it. And if you're playing the game, which most of us are, this is a really good value, in my opinion. Now, you can obviously have yours, and I'd love to know yours. What kind of campaigns would you like to see them make in the future? What kind of stuff would be a really good incentive for you? Is it mounts? Is it gear? Is it minions? What is it? Let me know. I'm a huge fan of mounts. I've always kind of felt like we haven't got a mount in a while, right? And so now we are getting a mount, and I'm really excited to be able to fly the Falcon mount because it looks so much better than the Mana Cutter. I know there's Mana Cutters lovers out there, and more power to you, but I just don't. I'm excited about the Falcon mount. That looks great. So anyway, there's a lot that's going on. We've got the launch of Stormblood. We've got obviously the DDoS attack. We've got the campaigns welcoming back. We've got Red Mage, and we got PvP. There's so much good to do about this game. One final note before we sign off. I know a lot of people are asking about, are we going to be doing updated job guides, updated controller guides, and all that? And the answer is absolutely yes. We're working on those. I don't want to rush those out to the point where they're just useless or they're, the drivel. It's like, hey, what is this? So we're working hard playing the game. We've actually been doing a lot of live streaming of our playtime, just so that as I'm learning and as I'm leveling, might as well just hang out and chat with you guys while we're doing it. So I just wanted to share that a bit of information. Anyway, for Work to Game, my name's Brian. Thanks so much for watching this video. I hope to see you in my next. But until then, I hope you have a fantastic week, and hopefully you're enjoying Stormblood outside of these network issues. But until next time, take care.
Hey, it's me. I'm in Chris's office. He doesn't know it, but we've got other videos for you to check out right here. And we've got the vlog down there in the corner. Plus, we've got some contact information, and you can totally subscribe to the channel that way as well. So we hope you do. We hope to see you in our next video. But until then, take care.